Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So today is Good Friday, the 7th of April 2023, and today we're heading off to the Priestfield Stadium for Gillingham against Doncaster Rovers in League 2. So as well as the match footage from today, we've got some pre and post-match analysis, as well as my thoughts overall on Doncaster Rovers at the minute, and because it's new ground on the channel, we're going to rate the ground. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so off to Priestfield Road today. This is a new ground for me, so another one of the 92 ticked off. So that's 41 of the 92 up to now, and 76 grounds in total. So we'll start off with the home team today of Gillingham. So they're currently 19th out of 24th in League 2. So the last match was actually a 2-1 loss away to Barrow. And before that, they had actually won 3 of the last 4 games, so they've not been in too bad a form at the minute. Like I say, a few mixed results before that, but recent form, apart from that loss, has been pretty good. Especially when you look at a few months ago. I mean, I'll come to when we played them in a bit, but that were only a few months ago. They were looking doomed for a route to bottom at table, all sorts of ownership problems, and it just weren't looking good for us. A bit like what I fear for next year for us. But now they've got some new owners. They've signed some decent players. Really got the crowd back on the side, and they've made some massive improvements now. They've climbed out of the bottom 2, they've climbed up quite a bit. I think they've climbed to about 16th. Like I say, they're in 19th now, but it's great to see because, like I say, they're a good club, Gillingham, and it's great to see them thriving again. It would have been a nightmare for them to have back-to-back relegations and as well as that slip out of the league altogether. So it's really good that they've managed to get that sorted and they've moved on with it. Now moving on to my team at Doncaster Rovers, and somehow, I honestly have no idea how, we're still in 12th place, exactly halfway in the table. I think we should enjoy it while it lasts because I think it's probably going to be the highest we'll be for a very long time. It's currently 12th out of 24th place, and our last result was that 2-0 home defeat to Crewe last Saturday. So I was at the game, so I can't really comment too much, but I have seen the goals and I have seen the stats and all that, and I've heard a lot from other fans and friends. And yeah, it sounded awful. Just sounded like, just the usual, to be fair, just the usual stuff I talk about week in, week out after a Rovers game. It was just the same again, and notes really changed, and it's gonna hurt us because, trust me, I mean, luckily we've got enough points at the start of the season to avoid relegation, and there's a lot of other teams who are inconsistent as well, but next season I really think we could be in trouble. As well as that, Alou picked up a injury as well, and it's sounding like he's doubtful to even finish the season, so that's a big blow if that's true. Like that's all we need, because to be honest, I think we look a different team with him. And I mean, he came on against Tranmere when we were awful and he completely changed the game, and to say he's a defender, he's one of the only players who seems to bring an attacking threat as well, so yeah, it's not good news at all. Also, just today, so I'm filming this the day before the match, Terry Bramall actually released a statement saying that he's going to pump funds into the first team squad, which obviously it sounds like good news, but it's been one of them. We've heard it all before, haven't we? And with season ticket renewal date just around the corner, it makes you think we're probably struggling to get season ticket sales, so we're doing this to try and boost them, and with the news of potential protests on the Monday match against Grimsby. Yeah, it kind of links up, doesn't it? So, but you know, you never know. I'm not going to dismay it before it's even been done, but all I'm going to say on that is I'll believe it when I see it. So moving on to the previous meetings between these teams. So this was back in November, one of Schofield's first games in charge, and it was actually a 1-0 win to Donny. I thought we looked pretty good in this game, to be fair, and I thought Gillingham were poor at the time in November. That's when I'd have said they were probably the poorest team that I'd seen us play. They didn't look good at that time, but we know we're going to be a lot stronger this time round when we're playing on Good Friday. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was back then. As for a score prediction, what am I going to go for? My answer is, can't really see it other than Gillingham win, to be fair. They're in better form than us. We're probably going to be a better team than us. We're just low on confidence, low on everything, low on squad depth, low on quality, just low in general. So I'm just going to go straight to the point here. I'm going to go Rovers 0, Gillingham 2. Anyway, that's enough for the pre-game analysis. Let's head on over to the Priestfield Stadium. Let's show you some pre-match of the actual day and get some match footage. So I'll see you there. Lovely day for it. It's at 9 o'clock. Oh yeah.
Nice, huh?
Here we are then, we've arrived in Gillingham at the Britannia, pint Moretti in the beer garden. Lovely weather for it. Here we are. We've arrived at the scaffolding. Let's get in the ground.
If mine makes that noise, I'm running out.
Cheers, thank you. Oh, tight squeeze. Here we are. There's the concourse. There's the scaffolding. Let's get a pint.
Get stuffed. Is it from a can?
Here we go.
Oh, it's delicious.
Here we go. Let's get to our seats. Here we are. Yeah. Go on, Donny. And we are underway. 40 minutes gone so far, it's currently 0-0. Not a lot has happened in this game at all, not a lot of chances for either teams. I'd say Gillingham's looked the better team so far. We've brought it forward a few times, but to no real avail. But yeah, not a lot's happened so far. Wish could bring you more updates, but I can't. So it's Gillingham 0, Rovers 0 after half an hour. Way too easy.
Here's goal scorer number 20, Nichols!
Same old, same old. 1-0 Gillingham, and they have been the better team, to be fair. Gave a few chances at the minute. We've had a chance just before that, but Gillingham's made most of that. Man left on his own completely, and he slotted it into the net. They've deserved it, to be fair. They've been a better team for the first half, but neither team's really created much. Gillingham 1, Rovers. Perfect. Jesus Christ. So, half time it was Gillingham 1, Doncaster Rovers 0, and to be fair, there's not really too much to report on at half time. Not a lot really happened. I'd say Gillingham were the better team. Like I say, when they scored, I said straight away they've been the better team. They've looked the most likely. If any team was like to take a chance, then it was going to be Gillingham. But like I say, not a lot of clear-cut chances for either team, really. Like I say, they look like they had more quality. They look more comfy on the ball, but yeah, neither team really created that much, to be honest with you, which is why the Clips in this first half have been pretty quiet. But yeah, to be fair, we just don't look like we're going to score. We played it around okay, but we just look like up front, we're just like nothing's going to happen, basically. Whereas Gillingham's they've had a few chances, no real like big threats, but they have been the better team. They have had better chances, so that's kind of all there is to report on half time. Not a great deal happened, so. Anyway, I'm just going to leave a half-time report here, so let's get into the second half and see how that went. It's half-time, we've got a steak pie and a pint of lager of Moretti, so it looks good. I'll let you know if it tastes good at the end of the video. Oh, no way! Oh, a lot better second half, started a lot better. Had a few chances, but not leading to any goals yet, but a lot better start so far in the second half. Still 1-0 Gillingham. Full time, 1-0 Gillingham.
No booze though.
Better in second half, but still not ideal. So at full time it finished Gillingham 1, Doncaster Rovers 0, and on the bus on the way home we had Radio Kent on, and they kind of said it best. It was one of the worst games they've ever seen at Priestfield Stadium, and to be fair, I can see why they're saying that, because I wouldn't far off agree with him. We did look better in the second half than we looked in the first half, but it still weren't good enough. Not a lot of clear-cut chances to either team in the second half. And like I say, although it were better, it's still not good enough, and it still was pretty poor. It's been better than I've seen in the last few weeks, but still, like I say, to the standard that we need to do to actually score, never mind win, it's just not been good enough. And that's a problem, really. Never mind us winning another game this season. I can't see us scoring another goal this season. Never mind winning another game this season. It's just been so poor up front. We're just creating absolutely nothing, and we're just basically feeding. The strikers are feeding off scraps. We're making like a lot of runs that we're just hoping to get a ball from. and we're just not getting any service whatsoever, which is frustrating. I mean, Goodman were chasing lost causes all game, and then like I say, he came on. Agard I thought did all right, and yeah, it's just frustrating because like I say, you don't see where any goal is going to come from. Never mind a win. But yeah, Gillingham did enough to hold out the second half. Like I say, we did improve second half, but it still wasn't good enough, and that's about all I've got to say on the match, to be fair. So anyway, this is a new ground on the channel, so let's get straight into this and forget about the match. And let's rate the ground. So we're going to start off with pre-match. We actually managed to find a decent bar, however, we did get told there were no away bars, and round the stadium itself there were absolutely nothing apart from the concourse, which were all outside. Luckily, it was a beautiful day, but I can imagine if it's raining, it'll be a bit of a nightmare, but there was very little around the ground. Like I say, the pub we were at were a good 15 to 20 minute walk away from the ground, and even then, there were very little else to do. So if we didn't get like there, we're pretty much being around the concourse. So there were some, but not a lot around the ground, to be fair. So overall for Gillingham, I'm going to go with 2 out of 5 for pre-match. In terms of catering, it wasn't bad. The pie I had were really nice. The drinks were all right. They were all out of bottles, so they were all 330ml bottles. So when you're getting a pint, it weren't really a pint. It was kind of like 3/4 of the way up. The service weren't too bad. Like, we got through it pretty quickly. The only problem was it was expensive. It were a £5 for a 330 bottle of lager, which they didn't fill a pint pot. So yeah, pretty expensive, and the food were quite expensive as well. But like I said, the food were good. The pints were all right for the 330. Like I said, it'd be nice to have a full pint, but it is what it is. So overall, taking everything into consideration, like I said, food were real nice, but everything else were a bit meh. So I'm going to go 3 out of 5 for catering. I've been to a lot worse, but it definitely weren't the best. Moving on to the ground next, and you've seen the away stand. Luckily for us, it was a beautiful day, so it was actually really nice to sit in. It reminded me and my dad, we said it reminds a lot of sitting in the Barmy Arm bit at Headley, because like I say, it's pretty open, you get the sun on you, but I can imagine on a rainy day, it's a completely different story. 2 of the stands looked pretty good, to be fair. The one to the right of the away end looked alright, good enough. And then obviously you've got the scaffolding, as we like to call it, which, to be fair, were better than I thought it were going to be, but like I said, on a bad weather day, I could see it being absolutely awful. So overall for League 2, I'm going to go for a 2 out of 5 for the ground. And then overall enjoyment, it were alright. Football weren't good, but it were an alright day, to be fair. Not bad at all. I had fun. I think the weather made a lot of it, to be fair. So I'm going to go straight down the middle of this. I'm going to go with 2.5 out of 5 for overall enjoyment. So just like the overall enjoyment, which is straight down the middle, the overall score is straight down the middle as well. We've got 12.5 out of 25, which sees Gillingham in third bottom. So yeah, not the worst I've been to, but definitely not the best. So we'll go leave the video there for today. Next video, we are off to my home village of Rossington, Maine against Staveley tomorrow. So until then, please like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.